My Comic Life. Yeah. Howdy, everybody. My name's David, and this is My Comic Life, where I just a little bit talk about some comics that I read today. And I just woke up. Oh, man. I just had my first cup of coffee. That first cup of coffee that when you hit, it's like, oh my god, this is the reason why I woke up. And so, last night was a hell of a night. Sometimes in the medical field, you just have those days, you have those patients that just. Ugh. And that was one of those days. So, I come home. I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just going to go to bed. And of course, I read two books, nothing major. One of them was Prodigy, issue number 2 by Mark Millar, or Miller, whichever way that they say it. And Moth and Whisper, issue number 5. I'll first talk about Moth and Whisper. This series has been fantastic. This is the end of a story arc. It is a very good conclusion. Our main antagonist, he is basically like he has like a Mission Impossible type of story, where his parents have gone missing. He's taken up their mantle of Moth and Whisper. And in the underworld, no one knew that the Moth and Whisper were working together. One of them was great at making his having different masks that make him look like different people, so he can infiltrate. And the other one, Whisper, he or she could go into any place and never be seen and never be heard. And so the son has taken up the mantle. And it's in this really great world where the big brother's always watching you. And so you got this really cool world that was created in here by Ted Anderson and Jen Hickman. The characters I really love. I love the espionage aspect to it all. It was a really this issue itself was very simple. It was very much a conclusion. Nothing major actually happened, but it just made me excited for when the next issue comes out, whenever it is. I think they're taking a little break, and once the break comes back, I'm so down. So if you haven't heard of Moth and Whisper, I would definitely recommend it. It's coming out in a trade paperback next month, and so if you want to get into Moth and Whisper, which I would recommend, I really recommend everyone trying an Aftershock book because they're really good. And it was nice though to get this conclusion where I was just like, because there's something special about a conclusion with an independent book, because you get to see like a writer's conclusion to a story arc that's his own, not just like a Marvel or DC where you know it's going to continue. Where with the conclusion of a story, anything can really happen. That's one thing I love about independence. Truly, anything can happen. Anybody can die at any moment. And so, Mark Miller's Prodigy, issue number 2. Now, with an issue number 2, with any new independent book, I go in with issue number 1 knowing that's just a book that's going to set up the world and our characters. Issue number 2 is kind of be the same. Issue number 3 is when I really give it, say, hey, do I think that this is going to be something I'm actually going to enjoy in the long haul? Or am I going to drop it? Now with Prodigy, you got this whole entire story of people from an alternate dimension are coming into our dimension, or Prodigy's dimension, and how are they going to stop it? There's a lot of like Indiana Jones feel to it, where our character has to go to Moscow to find this document that talks about these people from an alternate dimension and how to stop them. So he has to go to Putin's palace or whatever it is and talk to Putin's number one guy, and it was fun. The artist in here, Raphael Albuquerque. I think I said it right. I don't know. I most likely butchered it. But he does something so interesting with the eyes. He put this gloss on there, on everyone's eyes, that it's interesting to look at, but it almost makes the eyes look dead. Like, not real. I know, dead, but not real. It just has an artificial look to it that I'm not used to. It's like your eyes definitely go to it, but in a kind of like a awkward way where you're kind of like questioning, why did you do that? Because this glossiness just feels so fake. Like in video games, there's times where the eyes are just so glossy, especially like in what was it? It was Mass Effect Andromeda. The eyes had those weird glossy look to it, and I got that in here, and it was an interesting choice. But so the story was kind of just setting up still more of the world, more of the situation, nothing major. Uh, I'm gonna continue on with issue number 3, see where it goes. But this is not like a regular Mark Millar book, where a lot of times his books are so brutal and so mean. That this book has actually been tame in comparison. Now, I did hear that this book got itself its own. I think it's gonna go on to a series on Netflix or something like that. Damn, this cold. And so that's one thing about these independent books too. Sometimes it seem like they're written for the television or for the movies, and this one definitely has that feeling. And I like the characters, but I don't know if I'm going to continue it. And if I am going to continue, I'll just get on Discount Comic Book Service to have it delivered to me at the end of the month at a very good discount. Because that's what I do. Anytime, like at my comic book shop, I really love the series, I'll buy it from them day one. But if it's a series I'm kind of iffy about, but I don't want to drop it because I still have some little intrigue into the book, I'll buy it on Discount Comic Book Service, get it at the end of the month for like almost like $1 something off of every book. So you get a great deal, but you have to wait. So that's my day. I'm going to be going off to work, possibly just drink another thing of coffee because coffee makes the world go around. And how was your guys' day? Let me know down below. And as always, people, this is my comic life, and I hope you guys join me on this little adventure, this little daily vlog that I've been doing. And I'll see you guys next time.